Hello everybody, Frankie Day here on YouTube. Okay fellas, this evening on YouTube, I have update build report, video number 3 on my Arado float plane. So far taken from the last video fellas, I've got the wings assembled and glued together to the fuselage. I went ahead and elected the wings so this airplane to be displayed in flight configuration. But I am going to buy another kit of this, better get my flippers on one of them. And I'm going to make a cutaway model of it, and the wings will be folded. And so that'll complete the Arado saga. Okay, getting back to the Arado, of course. Okay, guys. Also, once the wings were all assembled to the fuselage, I went ahead and checked for fitness. The fitness is perfect. No filler was added. I made sure that the wings had a nice snug fit and they were flush, because you don't want to fill in the seams around the wing roots and the fuselage, fellas, because these wings are designed to be foldable for storage, and so no seams should not be filled in that build progress going on. But anyway, long story short, folks, I went ahead and did the floats too. The floats are not assembled on the model; they're in their entirety, and we'll show it on the video. Reason being not on the model, folks, is because they're aluminum. The instructions call out that the airplane's actually overall paint schedule on this Arado B model is all light olive drab, and with the floats are all natural aluminum, so it's a lot better. You can go ahead and airbrush the floats first before attaching to the model, then go ahead and start masking all the olive drab on the undersides of the fuselage and the wings, just to paint the floats. So it's always good to just go ahead and paint the floats first, then install the aircraft. And it's one neat paint job. And the rigging will follow after that, which is very little. Thus far in the construction, this build's quite good, fellas. I'm quite satisfied. It's going along pretty good on schedule right now. So by this Friday, I can't see why it cannot be finished by this Friday, because virtually the model's ready to be painted right now as I speak. So I'm going to let that primer dry overnight, and tomorrow I want to start going ahead and start doing the airbrushing on it. And once the airbrushing is done, let the same dry, and I'll go ahead and get the floats all airbrushed, let them dry too. Then I'll go ahead and assemble the model, and the rest of the small parts that are remainder of the kit itself will go on the plane once it's all finished. And lastly will be the decals, and she's good to go. And I'm thinking about on my base right here. I got a base plate over here which comes with display stand, which comes with a kit. It's a round object on there. I'm thinking about making like a water scene on top of that, and have the Arado like she's on the water. Be something different though, but that'd be pretty easy to model, and it'll fill the bill for the Arado because it's in its elements, landing in the water. And judging this kit at 1/32 scale, folks, it's a pretty good sized airplane. I'd say the Arado probably has a wingspan maybe about 40 feet, and it's a pretty good sized airplane. And it's very versatile. It's a very beautiful, clean airplane. It is. Okay, guys, without further ado, no more chatter. We'll go ahead and take the camera. We'll swing around, take a look at the mighty Arado, and I'll show you what's done, what I've done so far from the last video. And we'll come back and we'll finish up the video, folks, and I'll make an announcement on something else that'll be going on. Okay, fellas, if it's canvas friendly, which I know it is, we'll come over and swing around and take a look at the Arado. Yeah, a little bit too much, boys. A little bit too much. That's good enough. So right here, I got it all finished, folks. I got the wings all done. Got them assembled. They're sanded well. No filler. This whole kit has no filler at all. Filler free. And the wings fit real good. Real tight fits on the fuselage, on the wing roots, on the fuselage and the wing. I like that very, very much. And the same thing applies on the undersides too as well. And as you can tell as I turn it around, it's pretty much in its entirety. It's ready to be painted, folks, as I speak. And A little touch up here and there. Probably on the engine details, I got a little, just a hint of motor spray, not very much. And as you can see, the wing roots are a nice, good, clean fit there. And the other sides are just well. Like what are you doing there? That's about as far as I got into the assembly the process on this Arado, folks. Guys, this goes together very, very well. This is a very beautiful kit. You know, it's a one-of-a-kind kit. I mean, there's a lot of good German engineering in this kit. Revell of Germany they got to be congratulated for doing such a wonderful kit. Okay, folks, we'll take the Arado and we'll move it out of the way a little bit. We'll make sure she's still in the limelight of things. I went ahead and assembled the floats, used the wing floats. I got these all done. They're primed, ready for their painting, which is natural aluminum. And I got the center pontoon, which is the center float. And the instructions indicate weight in here. It's probably when it sits on the stand, folks, keep it from tilting back off the stand. If it sits on the stand, the weight, it'll keep the model on the stand. That's the only thing I can assume. But other than that, it's in there. 5 kilograms, I guess, of weight that it calls for. This whole float assembly composes of 3 pieces, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I stand corrected. 8 pieces, which does the float. So while here, folks, I want to paint the floats here. As you can see, I want to make sure that these are painted separately, because once they're all done, I can go ahead and paint the yellow drab on the on my Arado, and make sure that the paint is applied on it first. Then, like I say, when it's all painted, just glue it to the model. One clean paint job. So that's as far as I got on this kit. It goes together, no fit issues at all, folks. It just goes together like a dream. It's one of those kits you just can't stop working on it. There's so much decisions that can be made on this model here, and it's going to be made by the modeler before he goes any further, because in other words, you start have a second thoughts doing this and doing that, pretty soon the model is going to virtually be ruined, because you'll be tearing it apart, doing this, everything all over again. So it's very essential if you just go ahead and plan your build as it goes along. There's so many options in this kit. It's remarkably beautiful, and the flaps work. Ailerons some work a little bit. I didn't glue them in. They're functional. It's a pretty nice model when it's done. Okay, guys, that concludes video number 3 on the update of my Revell 1/32 scale Arado 196B, the earlier model before the A model came out. And we'll go ahead and take a camera sling on yours truly over here. Okay, here I is, fellas. Okay, guys, so the final reveal of this here Arado is going to be on this Friday. And right now I'm still working on my software, folks. As you notice on my last update I did, number 2, it was meant to be those stills slideshow that I posted on YouTube. They should have been at the end of my video. Somehow I've got some bugs I'm trying to work out on my software. I've been on it pretty much all day yesterday, and right now I'm going to upload everything back in my software again and see if I can be able to have this video here conclude with still shots of the construction, because I made some more still shots of the construction. So what I'm going to do, I got a new folder inside my files, so I'll make a still shots of the construction of the Arado, and I put it in a new folder and keep it in my pictures. And so I'm trying to, that way I always go back to look at them, you know, like in case I want to get on a model form or something like that, I can bring them up on files stuff. It's pretty essential to do that. And so I got the stills on here, so hopefully, if the Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we'll be able to have the stills on the back of this here video as a bonus to you guys. Okay, gentlemen, this concludes the video number 3 on my Arado. And once again, I just can't stress anymore, and I'm always honored to each one of you great fellows out there. I'm very honored for your comments and your views and everything. And everybody on the modeling community has got their own builds and things they're doing, groups and stuff, you know, which is good. It adds spice to the modeling community. And it makes it very, very exciting too as well. So next video is going to be the final reveal of this here Arado. And I'll probably be posting, I may post an earlier kit announcement video on what I'll probably be building next. Now I noticed that there's a Battle of Britain group build going down, and I've been kind of thinking about making a transition all the way back to paper again. I got a 133 scale, I got a bunch of them. I got a card kit, Model Res, comes from Poland, which they all do come from. And it's 133 scale, it's the Spitfire. I think it's Douglas Bader's, Mr. Sir Douglas Bader's mighty Spitfire. I think that's his Spit. So I don't know, I'm not going to promise anything, fellas. I got to get in the mood and everything here, and I got to think things out. But I got so much stuff calling on me right now, guys. You know, I got myself in a very, very bad case of modeler syndrome, and I keep preaching, you know, like, finish up on your plate before you start something else, you know, because pretty soon you have a bunch of unfinished projects laying around. And eventually, you know, they collect dust and they break. So I got quite a handful right here. It won't take long for me to catch up on them, just to get the notion of doing it. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and think about that. If I decided to go in, I'll make an earlier video. I'll show you the kit. We'll go ahead and review it on my workbench here, and we'll do it right. So anyway, guys, it's right now I'm thinking what to build next and everything. So that's down the road, very, very close to the near future. Before this build's done. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in, and may God bless. And make Mama happy, and please subscribe, and so stay tuned for video number 4, which will be the final reveal of my Arado, and that'll be that, guys. So thanks, fellas, and God bless every one of you guys, and you guys take care. Happy modeling. We'll catch you guys next video. Stay tuned, fellas.